We want to work as teams to break down silos and enhance cross-functional and cross-business collaboration. We want to deepen our understanding of the company's 3-year plan. What is it going to take for us to really, truly execute on that plan? In order to do that, we want to make sure that we're tackling real-world business issues as teams. Really build those deep bonds post-session. Part of this is building that network across functions, across business units. And finally, it's up to us as leaders, as executives here in this room, to really take things back from here and energize the rest of the organization for successful execution of our plan. The chairman has set up a competition of 4 teams to see who can execute on that. These 4 teams are starting out exactly in the same position. How you differentiate yourself is up to you as a team, what kind of plan you put together and how well you execute that plan. And of course, this is a competition. There will be some winning metrics, some hurdles we need to surmount. We need to generate that revenue growth. We need to be in the top 3 in customer satisfaction and in the top 3 in employee engagement. And then what we'll do is be considered on ROIC as the overall winning metric, assuming you've met those hurdles.
Is empowerment important? Because we all decided that we want it, but we're all surviving without it today.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to change the culture in a big way, right? Isn't that what we said
The
in there?
2 I would say, this is just me, is flexibility and creativity. Because if we're talking about change and that we need to, do things different, growth of business, I think you have to
I
be
agree with
creative.
flexibility. I'm not sure how different flexibility is than open to ideas.
I agree.
Even.
So,
So I think flexibility and empowerment. You can't be centralized, but you can have process control. So as long as you're following this process, you're empowered.
I like that.
I think process
That
control
goes-
is
Yeah,
very
that
important.
That goes with empowerment, you're right.
I think
that's
process
right.
I mean, you have to
Control
follow
is
the
very
rules.
important.
You have to follow the rules, and as long as you're following them, you can be empowered to make decisions.
I
It's
think our
conflict, yeah.
external focus, is it on competitiveness? Is it on, I think it's gotta be on customer service.
I agree.
I agree with
Agree.
customer
That's gotta be
service.
One, two.
one.
And I would tell you, if you put innovation
Yeah,
as your external
IPTV,
facing,
pretty innovative.
you put it on your external facing side, then you have to have a culture on the back, on the internal facing side.
All right, go with
that
innovation.
promotes that,
So,
right?
and well, I was
agree
just
with you.
thinking
Go
that
innovate, okay.
teamwork, if you've got teamwork,
got
you've
it.
kind of taken care of your alignment and coordination a little bit, because you're breaking down silos
You
as
like
you're
problem
working in
solving, right?
teams.
I like problem
I like
solving and
problem solving.
teamwork.
Problem
I like
solving,
problem
too.
solving.
Yeah.
Culture is a huge question for us because we've all come from different places. We all have different biases right now as to what we expect to see, and we're seeing different things.
I think everybody had a pretty good sense of what our current culture is and what it lacks. But I think when we were talking about what the culture needs to move to, there was a lot of interesting puts and takes, and the need to kind of keep a balance between the different sorts of focuses that we have as a company.
I think we all coalesced on the fact that we wanted to have a more externally focused culture, and also we wanted a culture that internally was more empowered.
These are values. Where culture actually comes to be is at the intersection of values, where values combine, if you will. So you want to have a look at what you said the culture needs to be at AT&T? Here's the composite of all 8 teams. A bit more innovation than any of the others, then competition a close second. We have a very good perception of what kind of culture we have now, right?
Okay, so what we have here sitting in this room are 8 companies. 4 are going to compete against 4, and they're all identical, and everybody's competing against each other, trying to execute on AT&T's strategy. You're going to be doing this across 5 business units: national, mobility, global, advertising, and shared services. Each of you are going to have a tool in your breakout rooms when you get back to your room. You're going to be making all of your tactical business decisions in this tool, and it's going to create your value proposition. And it is your financial plan that you'll be submitting to the marketplace. This is just a forecasting tool. You'll have plenty of metrics in here like your revenues and profit margins that you will set your plan, submit it to the marketplace to Wall Street, and then how well you do will be determined upon how well you did compared to your competitors.
So if you do 7 times 9 million, right, we'd have to have 7% of that? So it's gonna be 800,000?
That's where it was, right?
I mean, it all depends how much money we want to spend here.
Yeah. How much did our capital go up?
Product development,
4.
yeah, we had it at 4, let's take it to 4.
We're good?
Good.
Go down
good.
below, national distribution, which is another one of our strategic initiatives. Web, let's take it to 4. How much
Do you
is
think
that
web,
gonna
what
cost?
about people? I mean,
I
is
think
this, I mean, 'cause
cross-selling capability.
Cross-selling,
I
we're
think
gonna be in
I'd up them.
stores, the experience stores.
Wanna
Yeah.
take it to 3? All right,
Yeah.
first year, we can do it later. All right.
So you wanna do employee recognition?
Yeah, let's do employee recognition
Or incentive?
or
Either
incentive.
one.
Let's see how much that
You-
costs.
we-
That's good.
We can't spend anything there.
We have
Yeah.
no MTUs.
We have no MTUs.
Oh.
What's our growth
Let's
rate?
buy back
Oh, I
this,
see.
let's buy back 2 billion.
I might want to not pay quite as much. What do y'all think?
And keep more cash back.
Keep a little more cash.
As I introduce this, we do need to introduce it with a hearty drum roll. So if I could get a drum roll going, let's find out who's in 4th place, which is Team Luminous. In 3rd place, we have Velocity. And the 1st place team is Panther. All right. Panther, pretty well on compliance and innovation, but a little bit more competitive. What might be some of the implications of misaligning the culture? One of them is your employees, they're not going to be as engaged. It may not be sustainable, right? And the other one was execution.
We really got to figure out where we ended up now and what we're going to do to get where we need to be on the places where we were weak.
Yeah, but I
right?
thought that was the approach we were gonna
That's
adopt.
what we're doing.
That's what we are, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
All right, let's move to
So,
mobility.
Okay, anything else on, anything else on national?
We didn't have enough shift to IP data growth to balance out our
I think it
wireline
was one of
losses.
these.
Well, now the chairwoman wants to give you the chance, with total creativity and an open mind, to create any type of initiative that you want.
Distributor.
Create
Tell me
a
what it
joint
is.
venture with a significant
Right.
computer
To-
to maximize our distribution channels for high-speed internet service and IPTV and mobility.
Right.
Due to our recent acquisition of 227 regional wireless spectrum licenses, at last month's auction, our company must now pay the FCC a $3.3 billion fee.
Don't let us go back, guys, hold on.
Don't forget,
Kevin here?
we'll have to figure out where we were.
Kevin Peters here?
Thank you.
Let's get that drum roll going. And our 4th place team, 8.98 ROIC Luminous. And in 3rd place, we have Team Panther. And our 1st place team is Raptor Communications. First thing we want to talk about is culture, okay? Now, Panther, do you remember how you aligned culturally last year? Bit off, right? Well, this year, you actually made a lot of progress. So look at that, closing some of the gaps there on the collaboration side, right? And also here on the competition side.
On shared services, we're the lowest on talent development level and recruiting level.
We have more than
We have
anybody
more
else.
salespeople than anybody. Partnership level's higher than anybody.
So we can-
Revenues are pretty much the same.
Guys, we're gonna have to get some KWs to get, when we get to shared services.
I'd say advertising looks pretty solid.
Yeah, that's what I
So
think
just leave
too.
it.
The chairwoman has decided that she is willing to go forward with it if you really believe that this is going to add velocity.
We're gonna do it, Robbie, put it in.
Whatever full,
Just be talking to
The
us.
sympathy, we got the sympathies up.
ROIC, we're forecasting above. Customer satisfaction, we're investing in them. And I think this is it. I think it helps you kind of get an appreciation of how when you're doing something one business unit, it will impact the other business unit. And there's a lot of opportunity to cross-sell the products and try to get out of the silo mentality and have it be one company.
So if we can get a drum roll going, in year 1, we've got Panther in the lead. In year 2, it's like Raptor right up there. And year 3, oh no. Christian? Just kidding. All right, so let's find out. Year 4, or team 4th place, it's Luminous. In 3rd place, it's Velocity. And our 1st place team is we have some hurdles. Let's take a look at our hurdles with customer satisfaction, right? So did Panther meet the customer satisfaction hurdle? I don't know, can you tell? I can't really tell. Tell you what, I'll just give them the benefit of the doubt, all right? You had the customer satisfaction. But what about employee engagement? Oh.